Hello my friends, I am G Hondo, and welcome back to our Let's Play of OpenTTD Season 2. This is episode 31. In the last episode, we just went ahead and sat back. We didn't really do too much, other than just racking in the bucks and bashing down the debt. So that's also what we're going to be doing, for at least for the beginning of this episode here. So let's get going. And we're definitely making fantastic progress on the debt. Well, we basically it almost in half, because for a while it was up to 2.2 or 2.4, something like that, and we got down to 1.3 now. And at this rate, I'm bashing 200 or 300 off it per year. So that's a good thing. That's a very, very, very good thing. So it's part way through 1885, and things are looking up. I haven't checked on the vehicles in a while, but I can't imagine I have any that are generally non-profiting, other than the ones that are very, very long routes. Priorton to Ackwitch, is that a long route? Oh, it's also not even really so much through the year. So I was looking at the wrong one. Okay, yeah, profit last year, the worst we did is we had one that only made $13.50. So we don't have to worry about vehicles not being profitable. So that's good. The only other thing I'd like to check real quick is to make sure I haven't missed any new vehicle pop-ups. I don't think I have, but I just want to take a quick look through and verify. So this one I said no to because the speed is terrible and the capacity is the same, so there's no point in paying more for a slower vehicle. There's nothing new there, nothing new there. This one I said no to, although I bet it was a battle. It's a lot slower, but it carries more. It lasts longer, and the reliability is comparable. I think I said no originally because the reliability was still very low. It was still in prototype stage. But now that the reliability is comparable, is that worth the speed drop? Probably not, but it's close. That one's a tough one for me. Over here, yeah, same thing, exact same thing as that one, only it's for a different class. This one we're already replacing. We're replacing with the slightly older one because the newer one is slower. It does hold more passengers, but it's still less than what we're starting from, so I don't see a lot of point. I'd rather keep the speed up. Between speed and capacity, I'll take speed every time, unless it's a drastic amount of capacity. Like, for example, to go from here to here, I don't, like, the speed bothers me, but if this thing carried, say, 20 or 30 passengers, I would take it, because at that point it's a huge jump in capacity. For only 4 more, not worth it. Where are we here? So we're already set to replace that, which makes sense. And there's nothing new there. Okay, so I haven't missed any new vehicles. Excellent. What I have missed, though, is an opportunity to smash that down some more. So we shall do that. And we're just rocking our way through the time. And I hope everyone's enjoying the series so far. I'm sure I've mentioned it before in other videos, but I'll mention it again. If you have any comments, positive or negative, please feel free to leave those comments in the section below the video there. I read all comments, and I at least attempt to do whatever it takes to make the channel better. I'm still very new at this. I've only been doing this for about 2 weeks now. I started December 27th of 2015, and today is January 11th of 2016, so about 2 weeks I've been doing this, and I think it's been going okay so far. Like I say, though, I'm absolutely new, so if any more seasoned veterans have any advice for me, I'd be delighted to have it. Just leave a comment in any of the videos. I have it set to alert me when there's a comment in any video, so no matter which video you put it in, I will get it, and I'll try to accommodate as best I can. So, but in the meantime, Just keep sitting back and relax, because that's the whole point of my channel. We are here to keep everybody calm, chilled, and just have a good time. So, and that, I think we are accomplishing. If ever that's the case where we're not accomplishing that anymore, well then, we definitely need to make some changes. But at this point, I don't see that changing, so this is good. Alright. And we're just about done to 85 here. Excellent. Absolutely delightful. Oh yeah, these are doing just fine. They had a very rocky start because it takes a full year to make the journey one way. And of course the first trip each way is non-profitable because it had to activate the station. So basically the first 2 years of its life, it never made me a dime, but it's doing well now, so that's obviously a very, very good thing. And vehicles are constantly being renewed. I have so many vehicles now that basically at all times, like it's almost impossible to have a year where no vehicles would get renewed. Yeah, 142. I don't know why I need to sort that, tells me right there, but anyway, 142 vehicles, all bought at different times, so it's almost impossible mathematically to go a whole year without at least one vehicle being renewed, so you can pretty much always expect something here, but even still, we're still at the point where we're over 300 even with 60k and new vehicles being done, so things are looking good. Let's go ahead and take another bash off of that. Excellent. And welcome to 1886. Absolutely fantastic. Ah, good times. And if anybody has any recommendation of other games they'd like to see me play on this channel, again, just leave me a comment, and I'll try to accommodate as best I can. I don't have all that many games, so um, I generally have mostly free games, like OpenTTD is free, um, Railroad Tycoon 3 is now free because it's been out for so long. I recently picked up another game called Aurora, which is also a free game. It's very, very interesting and also very, very difficult for me to figure out. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to actually make a series out of it or not. It certainly is an interesting looking game, but it might be a little bit hard for me to record simply because it tends to pop up a lot of extra windows, which means unlike in here where I can, these windows are layered within the game, so I just have to basically record the main window. In that game, all the different windows that all pop up, they're all different sizes and they pop to different places, so I would have to basically carve out a piece of desktop, and then just confine them all to that space. But I think I could do it. I'm just not sure if I should be playing that kind of game at this point since I have pretty much no idea whatsoever what I'm doing. I played a quick sample game, got about 20 years into it, and as far as I can tell, I still haven't accomplished anything. And I don't know if that's normal or if it's just because I'm just doing an absolutely terrible job at it or what, but it certainly looks interesting. It's a game I'm certainly considering putting on the channel at some point. Maybe later on once I have a little bit of an idea of what I'm doing with it. Games like OpenTTD and Rail Tycoon 3, I'm very familiar with. I may not know absolutely everything about every last button, what everything does, but I absolutely can play the game at a reasonable level, without any real question. Which means I think in my mind that qualifies me to make a video on it without, any real issue. But a game like Aurora that I've just recently got and really have... I mean, I figured some stuff out. Obviously, I've been playing for a little while, but there's so much there that I have absolutely no idea what it does. So, I don't know. It's worth thinking about. So certainly, anyway, if that sounds appealing, or you could, again, if you know of any other game that you might want to see, just go ahead and leave me a comment, and I'll see what I can do. I try to accommodate everybody as best I can, but you can't. You can please some of the people some of the time. You just can't please all the people all the time. Everybody wants different stuff, so, but it's okay. We're just gonna have some fun, do what we can, and just relax. Excellent. This is below 50k now a year. That's pretty good. Absolutely fantastic. And we're almost ready to chip away another pile. Just want to make sure there's a little bit of a buffer in case we get some more vehicle replacements. Before I do that, see, just one just popped just now, so I don't really want to go negative here. I'm not sure if you actually get charged interest on that or not, but it wouldn't surprise me if you did. You certainly do in RT3, so I have to assume you would in this game as well, but I'm not sure. I'm also not entirely sure what this other one is. Never found a good description anywhere of what constitutes as other, but whatever it is seems pretty static, so I don't know, maybe it's cost of... Well, I don't even have a headquarters yet, so it can't be that. I'm not sure what it is. Anyway, let's go ahead and nip that down. Speaking of, I guess I should at some point decide on a spot for a headquarters. I'm up to transport coordinator, so it should be a... I wouldn't say a great looking building, which should be more than just the trailer that you get when you first start. I just have to decide where to put it. I'm not sure. Maybe here, because pretty much we've got this city absolutely enormous now. So that's not bad. Or I could maybe terraform, a little island in one of these big lakes and call that my own. I do like the idea of having, my headquarters on a little island that nobody can get to. That does amuse me as well. I'm not sure. Or maybe Codeine, just because they were so persistent in begging. I did finally build them a route, but they had been asking for mail and passenger routes for at least 2 or 3 times before I finally did it, so maybe I should bless them with, my headquarters as well. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. And you certainly don't have to put down the headquarters. It's not, a mandatory building by any stretch of imagination, but it is a neat little thing to have, so. But anyway. Well, let me have a look on the map if there's any... I tend to like corners because they're easier to remember where stuff is. And I do like little islands that, you can't really get to. Don't see one of those anywhere. Interesting. But I'm not seeing anything that looks like that on this map, as it turns out. So I may just have to landscape myself one. Well, there's, an an inland sea with an island on it, but it clearly is already, it's big enough that they've already got a city on it, so that's not going to work. Yeah, I just don't see anything jumping out at me that screams this is a great spot for your headquarters. So, I guess at some point I'll just have to... Again, I like corners because they're easy to find. Maybe on this lake here I'll just terraform, landscape a little island, and I don't know, at some point. Like I say, it's completely non-critical. It doesn't actually do anything. I guess it generates some passenger and mail traffic, but I can't imagine being at a point where I'd be so desperate for a little bit of mail and passenger traffic that I would build a headquarters just to get it. There's plenty enough mail and passengers that I don't really need to go hunting, you know what I mean? And these places like me because I've been hauling a lot of passengers for them for a lot of years now, so that's nice. So that's very good stuff. Very good stuff. Ready to chip away another section. Oops, one too many clicks. This is now below 40k, which is also fantastic. I wonder if this other is trying to simulate inflation. I'd noticed the property maintenance had been going up even when I didn't build new stuff from inflation, which I then shut off. But I wonder if this is also something just for inflation, maybe? I don't know. Whatever it is, it's pretty minor in the grand scheme of things, but it kind of bugs me just because it doesn't make any sense, you know? But either way. Maybe that's part of property maintenance, you know, to have gardeners come and keep the gardens and trees around the building nice or what have you. Janitorial services, or I don't know. I have no idea what that is. This doesn't really matter. I have to pay it regardless. I don't get a vote. Or maybe it's like bank fees or something. If that's the case, that seems a little expensive to me, but anyway. Anyway, doesn't matter. We're just gonna cruise our way to glory. There we go. Chip another pile away. We're down to a half mil. I definitely haven't been that low since, I don't know, maybe episode 2 or 3, like very beginning. The very beginning of the game, you started with a 200k loan. That probably was fine for episode 1, but even by episode 2 or 3, I think I was already extending that to build new routes. So I'm pretty sure this is the lowest this has been for at least 25, if not closer to 30 episodes now. This is good. This is very, 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 very good. And in case that wasn't clear, it's very good. Anyway. Alright, so the Codeine passenger mission is completed. And it's a new passenger mission. So, Minshaw has a very close by neighbor in Strathby. And that looks like it's the only one, but that'll do. That'll do just fine. They're nice and close, so I could do either a road or a streetcar for this one. Which do I feel like doing? I think I'll do a streetcar. I like those. I'm going to pause just because it's easier to build stuff without other stuff happening. Streetcar. So we want passengers. Now where do I want the actual station? Probably somewhere around here, because I think I can get pretty much the entire city here. Well, not every single one, but very close to. We'll put that there, and on this side, let's put it probably somewhere along this road here. I'm not sure. Here, maybe here. Let's go here. That'll do. Now we need to connect our way over. Say there to there. And then up here. You don't have to actually follow the road, it just makes more sense in my mind for a streetcar to do so, but there's absolutely nothing saying you must do that. As you can see, this section here has no road and it builds it just fine, so I'm not following the road because I have to, I'm following the road because I want to, so there you go. And I want this to be able to turn around in a sane manner, so if we just follow the road back a little bit, maybe to say here, and then cut straight across here. I could have followed this road a little bit, but that's okay. Just need to wait for a bit more cash to pour in. There we go. To build that. There we go. Okay. So that's the basic route. Now we need a maintenance shed somewhere. Maybe here? Sure, why not? That'll do. And now we need to make an actual passengers tram. And I think we decided that this one's better because it's faster. It's hard to say. They're pretty samey at this point, and the road is so short. I think maybe nah, we'll just stick with these. I like these ones a lot. Um, well, these ones are neat too, but I think I'm going to stick with the Carter. All right, and this is, I've already forgotten the names of the city. Minshaw, Strathby. Okay. Strathby. That's passengers. Excellent. And its actual route shall consist thereof maintenance depot, Minshaw, and Strathby. And these can be full loads because it's just the one type of cargo, so that it'll never interfere with anybody else. And let's have, say, 5 of them? Sure, let's have 5 of them. Excellent. Get rid of that window there, get rid of that window there, and let's watch the glorious. Of course, there will be a traffic jam here because this station had to be activated, so there was nothing waiting. Oh, I actually had a fail on an auto renew because I had temporarily run out of money. That's okay. Whatever one that one was, it can get it on the next pass. It's no problem. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It looks like I have not connected this properly. That should fix that. Yes, okay. Yeah, it's really hard to tell because you can't really see, but apparently I had the 2 pieces coming up together, but not actually connecting, so as to make that little circle. So that was an oopsie on my part, but easily fixed. And now they're rolling, so now there'll be passengers building up here, which means when they come back, at least for the first couple, will not have to wait at all. They'll have to wait here, of course, because again, the station isn't active yet. That's okay. No problemo. Okay, fantastic. There we go. First couple are done. And this is generating passengers at a pretty good clip. Oh yeah, no problem at all. In fact, I could probably clone a few more if I wanted to. Which I do. In case there was ever any doubt of that. Yes, I do. 4 and 5. So now we'll be up to 10 here, which is fantastic. There we go. Excellent. So we'll have very... Oh, see, they're actually trying to go around the other way because they look. Oh, this guy's finally broke. Now, do you have any actual infrastructure? No, so I don't want to buy you, not even for a lousy $2. Go away, please. A company that's failed that at least has built some stations, I might consider buying out. Just because that makes it easier and I don't have to then build them myself, but he's built absolutely nothing. He's been spending money on construction, so either he's building stuff and then deleting it, or he's just doing landscaping. I can't tell because they both go into count as construction. And between that and his loan interest, he is cooked. So that's why he's trying to let himself get bought out, but instead he's just going to go bankrupt. I'm not sure how many years it takes to go from this situation to officially bankrupt and cleared. I wasn't really watching when Bork did that, but then Bork restarted itself, and that's that. It's not doing that well though. He is, he's got some vehicles making money, but it's not enough to cover his loans, so not a good situation for Bork 2. But anyway, speaking of loans, let's go ahead and reduce ours a bit. And that would be absolutely fantastic. Station's got a decent pile of passengers waiting. And Minshaw appears to have enough to keep up with all these little vehicles I've added. Excellent. That is fantastic. Right, the first 5 will fill before there's any delay. No, actually maybe get to 6 by then. Plus it looks like they're actually growing, so this is good. Absolutely fantastic. We got a new coal mission in, but I have no intention of doing that at this point. So we're going to ignore that, and instead we're just going to chip away at the old debt. The interest payments are now in the 20k a year range, and I'm totally okay with that. Oops, I'm going to actually close that window. There we go. Fantastic. It looks like Minshaw is actually a slightly busier station, even though it's a smaller city, just because I got a better percentage of coverage. Because the city is more spread out, I was only able to get a bit of the city, whereas this one, it's just still small enough and compact enough. I got almost the whole city. I think I only missed 1 or 2 houses. So, that was good. Either way, these guys are all running. If I check one of them, yeah, they're doing just fine. I like it. I like it a lot. And new iron ore mission, not doing it. As I mentioned earlier, I'm going to wait until we get actual proper trains. Even the really lousy first few trains, which are probably very slow and weak, that's fine. I don't mind. Because I want to test my theory about the number of times an industry is hit, impacting how long it stays active. As you saw, especially with the oil, but even with the iron and forests I was working with, they were being drained and shut down so fast. And I think it had something to do with the fact that I was hitting them with the horses so many times that had some impact. So my theory is the train will, yes, it'll pick up the same number of cargo per year that X number of horses would, but it's only, 1 or 2 times that it actually hits that station. I think that has something to do with it. Don't know, but that's my theory, and that's what I'm going with. In the meantime, we are now back down to the game start level of debt. Well, this is fantastic. I think we might just have a black number on the bottom very soon. For the first time, well, the first time this entire series, for sure. I never once got below the starting debt, because at the very beginning I extended debt to build some routes, because you kind of have to, otherwise you'll never get anywhere. Yeah, this is good. This is very, very good. It's hard to imagine just, 4 or 5 episodes ago we were paying, upwards of 80k a year in interest. And I think in maybe not in 1889, but probably 1890, we'll have no interest penalties at all. That is amazing. Maybe even by 1889, actually. It's going to be close. I might have a little bit of interest still, January, February. I'm not entirely sure when I'll get this completely gone, but it'll be so minimal. I'm not really going to be bothered by it. Fantastic. Okay, so this is 11.6. I just want to see what it jumps to with 100 debt. Or at least try and get an idea. 11.6 goes to 12.0. So only about $400 in interest on 100k. So yeah, we might pay a little bit for January, but it'll be peanuts, and then that'll be it. And depending how the rest of December goes, it might not even be that. Oh, it's so close. It is so, so, so close. No, we're going to have to pay a little bit in January. Not much, though. It's not going to be much. That is for sure. That is amazing, guys. That is serious, serious progress. And that's on medium expenses. In the first series of this I did, I was on low. And, you know, well, I ended that series, I think, around the 32nd episode anyway. But, you know, by this time last season, sorry, we had like 600 million on us. Like, it was crazy. Far too much. Whereas this felt like a real battle. There were a lot of times where I was not sure I'd actually get rid of the debt at all. Oh, we actually weren't even charged for the partial month. That's nice of them. So yeah, look at this, guys. Debt free. From now on, everything we do, we are our own company. We are not owned in any way, shape, or form by a bank. But yeah, like I was saying, there was quite a few times where I didn't think we were ever going to climb out from that debt. Like, I was quite scared I was going to have to, you know, go bankrupt and start over. But so this is a real sense of accomplishment for me to blast through that and actually get somewhere. So I am very, very happy with that. And that basically means I don't really need this window up here anymore, because I now should never need to borrow money to build anything. I can just wait and build it on whatever cash is left over. There's no more debt to repay, and this infrastructure here button's nice and all, but I don't really care, because I can always get that same thing from here anyway if I really wanted to. So as far as I'm concerned, we get to salute and say goodbye to that window. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And as our apparently some kind of reward, a new bus. I can see already I'm not going to want it. It's slower and less capacity than what we have. I don't even need to go into that other screen to know I'm not going to want this one. But still, it's a new vehicle, and new vehicles are a good thing. So. Alright. This is good. This is very good. However, we are running a little bit long on this episode, so I think at this point I'm going to put in a cut. So until next time, folks, stay calm, and I hope you'll come and chill with me again in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye now.